you need to look at failure as just data. And it's data to drive improvement, data to drive growth. And we really have embraced that in the military, where we break down every single training event, every single operational mission, where everyone's voice has equal weight regardless of rank. And it's very much about self-reflection and being entirely self-critical. And then those failures are focused on as an opportunity for growth. There's a lot of good things that did happen that we need to still recognize what those are and make sure that we note those as well to make sure we're repeating those for follow-on operations and follow-on missions. I'm very much a fan of that human-based leadership. And when I see those strongest parts of the character wheel that really reinforce to me what it means to be a human-based leader, things around humanity and humility and justice. You know, I talk a lot about caring and how leaders need to care, but I don't think people really understand the weight of what I mean when I say you need to care for your team. And what I really mean to say is that you need to love your team. And that's not something that you can delegate or fake. It needs to be genuine and it has to be real, that real deep love. Like everyone on your team is going to have a story. So they're going to have this journey that they went through that shapes who they are. If you don't know what that story is, you know, if you can't connect with them, you know, through humanity on what their story is, you can't lead them. So you need to take the time to learn who they are and what makes them who they are, or you can't lead them. The best leaders that I know and that I aspire to be like they knew who I was because they took the time to learn who I was and what was important to me and what made me who I was. We spend just as much time talking about leadership and what makes a good leader as we do talking about what makes a good teammate and how to support your leaders and how you're constantly oscillating between this leader-teammate role. Really understanding what it means to support the leader, understand what their aims and goals are, and how can you be the best teammate to make sure that happens. A lot of people feel challenged to be that supportive teammate, not wanting to take over as the leader, but still being heavily engaged in what the team is trying to do. You know, leadership is leadership. You know, some of the people that I talk to, they're not leading where there's these life or death stakes. Still, you know, the qualities that make a good leadership in the military are still the same qualities that make a good leader in any environment. It's still overwhelming in its own right in the situations that they're in. And they're still facing, you know, uncertainty. They're still facing these incredible challenges. There's still, you know, this underlying objective that needs to be accomplished, whatever it is in their business. You know, the same qualities that I use and the same techniques and strategies that I use for operational success are the same ones that they can use for success in any endeavor.